Welcome to Envision Radio from United Way of Greater Charlottesville and City of Promise and News Radio 98.9, 1070 AM WINA. And brought to you by the Jefferson School Foundation with Markiana and Price here in the studio right here in downtown Charlottesville. Today, I'm thrilled to be joined by Jackie Morris Costa, a daughter, sister, aunt, wife, an inspiring mother, a student, a healer, a caregiver, a creative, a dancer, a lover of music, food, and art, a dreamer, a vision, and most excitingly, for me, our next guest on this episode
Wait, you
of
left out
Vision
the
Radio.
one thing you just told me. It was what?
Oh, she was my roommate.
Lord have mercy.
She also was my roommate on the historical tour we took this summer. The best roommate ever. Super excited to have her.
Thank you.
That was your first introduction to her? Had y'all met before that?
No. We met
They was
on
putting
that
us
trip.
with random strangers.
Say it again.
They was rooming us with random strangers.
Oh, yeah.
Well, for me anyway.
Yeah.
Same. I wasn't
loved
gonna
it,
pay
though.
extra
Yeah,
for
but
her.
see, but you don't have, people aren't strangers
That's
to you.
very true. That's so my nature.
Yeah,
Nobody
it
is a
is.
stranger.
It really
I
is.
don't think we felt like strangers.
No, not at
Are you
all.
like that too?
I guess I can be.
Okay.
It depends.
It's hard not to be with her though.
I match.
Right? Okay.
So if you are, I am.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay.
In that intro, I took all of that from her bio. I always like mix mash people's bios together that they send me. I'm like, you know what? None of these sentences went together, but I'm just going to take every adjective,
Okay.
every way they describe themselves and put it in a list and see how amazing these people forgot they were about trying to separate it out. You're like,
right.
at the top, you was like, artist, and at the bottom you're like, I also heal. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna put that in commas. We're gonna put a comma
everything
after
above the
comma,
fold. Yeah,
above the
right,
comma.
yeah.
I'm people are like, oh, I don't remember writing it. Oh, you didn't write it that way. I took it out the bio and
I
put it
added some of my own stuff too. Baker, architect.
Look,
Yeah.
I should have said that.
Yeah.
I should make up some next time.
Oh,
Oh my
absolutely.
gosh, please
Astronaut.
make
I'm
some
putting.
up.
I'm adding astronaut next time to the next
Yes.
person who's in the booth.
Budding molecular biologist. Yeah, sure.
Yes.
And
Oh, I
we've
love
done
it.
this bit before, but it is, of course, Saturday,
Woo!
right? So, how was the event last night?
Oh my God, Best in Black was so amazing.
Yeah.
Seeing so many Black creatives and change makers was so amazing. That flip that you did.
That's right. On one
you
good
know-
leg. Can you believe that? Yeah.
On one leg?
Yeah, he did a
Yeah.
flip and.
Surgically repaired knee.
Yeah,
Shout out
it's
UVA
like
Health.
bionic, and it was just an amazing opportunity to be out there with so many amazing people.
Yeah. How was the, who won all the,
It's a bit.
this goes out, this is Saturday when they're hearing this. So,
Of course.
So-
I
so
picked up.
though
I got
we-
context clues.
We
Though
had such
we-
an amazing week.
we did. It was really good. It was hot, though.
So hot.
It was hot.
It was hella hot.
So
Yeah.
hot.
So that suit's not going to survive.
It's not. It
But
didn't.
It did not. It didn't.
Question.
Go.
What is my rating for language? Because if I get too comfortable, my mouth gets crazy. just
What
wanna
is the whatever children's shows are? TV,
PG.
all, or whatever.
We've
Yeah.
had people cuss on the show, right? Never?
No.
Well, I mean, it gets
And I'm
edited
not going to be the one to start.
Yeah, it gets
Okay.
edited
I'm
out.
not
So,
gonna be the one to start it out.
Yeah. So
Good. Thanks, Jay.
yeah, thank you to Jay James. Thank you to the FCC or whoever is monitoring.
I be making up
these
letters.
types
The
of things.
DCFG. They
Yeah.
say, who is that? I don't know.
Some alphabet agency.
One of the agencies supposed to be protecting us and the people.
Yeah, for the people, by the people.
For the people, by
Yeah,
the people.
yeah.
I guess.
Oh my. Well, Jackie, how are you?
I love that question so much. I'm good.
I love it so much. I'm gonna say one
I
word.
have to say, based on the build-up, I was expecting a little bit more. But I will ask a follow-up. You're the first person that's ever said that they like that question. That seems to sort of just be that's just a thing you say. But why did you say that? Like, why do you like that question?
It's a lie. I hate that question.
Okay. Why? Okay, why? Same question. Why?
Because sometimes, people are expecting I'm good,
Yeah,
I'm
people-
great.
people lie.
So when I want to give my feelings,
Okay.
how are you? And I'm like, actually,
Are you a
I'm
person
having
that's
really rough
honest?
time. I'm very
You're
honest.
always honest. I always
I'm
lie.
tired.
I have
I'm
never
upset.
not once been good when I said I was good. I have never once been fine when I said I was fine. But that's all right.
Well, what do you say when you are good and or fine?
Same thing. I'm good.
So you have been honest when you've been good.
But I'm all, with the times
you
that I'm not
tell?
good, I've also lied. I've been lying.
Sure, right. But
I've never been good.
On a balance of points, if you're good when you say good, that would be true. But if you're bad when you say good,
I
that
don't
would be
know
untrue.
I don't know if I've been good that many times.
You've ever been good.
I think one time, a couple times I said, I'm okay.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
I'm okay is all right.
Yes, I will agree with both of you. It is just a thing, right?
Right.
And here's when it pops up, though. When it pops up and how you know it's a thing is when it becomes part of your vernacular and you say it at times that are inappropriate, right? Like when you run into someone you haven't seen in a while at a funeral and you just reflexively say, "How are you?"
How are you?
Right,
I do
exactly.
that.
Right.
We all mourning.
Like why did that come out of my mouth? Like you're right.
You didn't like who did the body?
Right. Who did the body?
You don't like the food they made in the back?
Did you hear them words that they said?
Right, exactly.
Like that?
So fair enough. But in this context,
I'm good. If I had to scale myself on a scale of 1 to 10,
You should start asking people that. 1 to 10.
I'm an 11.
Oh, well, you great.
I just really don't like that question because then what it does, it has me be reflective. So I'm
because you want to be honest.
Right. I'm trying.
You're
to
not
lead
doing
with
the automatic
authenticity.
answer?
No.
That's why I don't mind it because I'm an answer. I'm good.
well, in this context, that's why I asked it. I'm not trying to kill time. I'm trying to figure out how you are. Like, right? More is more for us. You saying I'm good means we got to work down the sheet and get to the next thing. We got time. So nothing here is intended to scratch the surface. We'll go wherever it goes.
Well, that's good to know.
But what is contributing to your 11-ness?
Y'all.
How about that? Mm-hmm. I like that.
In this beautiful establishment, Miss Jackie up at the front. Lovely.
2 Jackies.
2 Jackies.
Yeah.
She spelled hers with a Q, though.
Oh, my
And I was like, we were
God.
almost twins.
Oh, Jackie,
I
you
kind
gotta
of
know that.
judge. I kind of judge.
Kind of.
I like a misplaced Q. I don't know, it's cute.
What is misplaced?
But like it doesn't use the standard way that people think phonetically it's spelled. It's CK. I like that it's different a little bit.
It's very French of you.
Oh, is it?
It
Jacques.
is.
It's
Okay.
JCQUE.
Okay, I don't know nothing about France.
But
Besides the Haiti billions of dollars, baby. I don't know nothing about France. Please don't get me with no geography.
baguette, croissant.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
it.
Yeah.
Oui.
Spelled O-U-I. That's a thing.
That's
a
crazy.
thing. That's crazy.
That's what I know about French.
that's
The
crazy.
words and the way that they're spelled never match up. The way they're pronounced and the way that they're spelled, ridiculous.
The R's are weird, so toi, T-R-O-I-S.
Unless it's one of those.
I'm out first in this spelling bee.
Yeah, it's tough.
I'm like,
There you go.
can you give me the origin of the word? They say France. I'm gonna go sit
You know
down.
there's going to be I'm going to go sit down. Did you do any spelling bees as a kid?
I did one when I was like in the 7th grade, and I wish I could. People say they remember that word that really knocked them down. But whatever it was, I was like, oh, well, I'm glad to be out of this thing.
I'm out of here.
I'm like, I don't know, I came.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Too much pressure.
Interesting. Was it not like a school requirement? It was like a requirement, wasn't it?
I think we had a test in the class.
Okay.
That was like a spelling test. And the people who did the best on that spelling test were moved. They're like, okay, you did good on this test. We're having a spelling bee. Now everybody can join. Now,
Right.
they don't want everybody in the bee.
You got to take the test. First.
Yeah. And then they put maybe 30 of us in the spelling bee.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay.
I think I did one of those too. In the Charlottesville public school.
Okay,
system.
yeah, I was in Orange.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, it's close.
What was your Charlottesville school path?
I don't know any of these new names, so I'm gonna just say.
Give me the
Just
old
say the
ones.
old names.
Okay,
For
cool.
old time's sake.
I don't know the new names.
Whew. There was, first of all, shout out Jefferson School. I went there for preschool.
Yeah.
Greenbrier.
Okay.
Burnley Moran, Walker, up on through.
Okay. Up on. Okay.
To
Charlottesville.
Charlottesville
Walker
High School.
Buford CHS. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was Jacksonville. Walker
Okay.
Buford CHS.
Okay.
All right. So talk about Little Jackie.
Little Jackie.
Oh my gosh, Lil Jackie is so brilliant.
Okay.
I love her.
In modesty, I love it. She was the best.
She was the best. She was brilliant. She was stunning. She was really. I had a pet butterfly. Can that encapsulate who I was as a child? Like I was just like
A pet butterfly?
I lived. Hold on now. Don't don't say it with that tone. I was.
It's all tone. It's the radio. It's the airwaves.
Yeah. All we have is inflection
She's like, I can hear it through
to
my
convey
headphones.
emotion.
Right.
Yeah.
Too close to my ears.
That's right.
Okay.
Yes, I thought it would be super great. I loved butterflies, and I still do. And I was like, let me just put one in my shoebox, and I can keep it in my house. I had really great dreams.
Oh, it wasn't like one from one of those kits?
It was a real
I
life
thought you
butterfly.
meant like, you know
boo.
those kits they used to give you with caterpillar eggs, and they give you the whole little pop up. I don't think they were around when I was growing up.
They still do them.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah. Oh,
In
my daughter had
schools or
one.
something?
Yeah.
Okay. So I thought you meant when you said you had a butterfly, I thought they sent the kit with the eggs, and then the eggs hatch, and then you're supposed to let it go.
I went.
She went the opposite way. She got the butterfly and then took it into the box.
She was like, no, I thought it was. I was trying to, capture beauty.
Keep it. Right, literally, and did, and yeah. So I was very
outdoorsy.
Very outdoorsy. I was born at UVA, and I spent my summers in Esmond and Scottsville at my great aunt's house. And so it was just in the middle of woods and sticks, and so I'd just be outside.
Get up there
all the time.
I don't got no service.
No service. No service at all. Yeah, I was more of a tomboy. I loved playing all the sports, but I was a skinny little thing, so nobody really wanted me playing all the sports. You laugh? Yeah, persistent. Some of my fond memories, I spent 24 hours learning how to ride a bike. I was not coming inside.
By yourself, or was someone helping you?
My mom was there for a little bit until she was like, all right, I'm going in the house.
She's like, you ain't no bike rider.
And I'm tired.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
So little Jackie was brilliant. I really loved her. Really love her. She's still here.
I'm gonna say, is she here?
Yeah, she is.
Is little Jackie in the room with us right now?
Little Jackie's here.
So how was, moving up through you mentioned all the schools you went to. How was your educational Jackie when you're going to school? Were you in love with learning? Were you?
Oh yeah.
Was it okay with you? You was like, I got to be here because somebody put me on the bus, or?
It was really great until like middle school. I've always loved learning, always. And then middle school. But the I'm trying to think. Elementary school was I always had friends, and then I always didn't have friends. Like they.
How can both of those things be true?
Because I had friends until I didn't want the friends no more, and then I was like, let me go play by myself.
Regina George,
and then let me come back and like have my friends again. People don't like it when you do that, by the way.
You got to be in constant contact with the friends there?
Apparently, you got to maintain relationships. I didn't know that. I had no idea.
You were a kid. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Well, yeah, and then it reflects, in the real life as an adult Jackie. I'm like, maintain relationships. That's crazy.
What about high school?
Oh, high school was I went in there and I said, it's time to go. Freshman year, I was ready to go.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I was ready to go.
Yeah, what was it about?
Oh, I was just ready to go. By that time, I was like, school's almost done. I got 4 more years, and then I'm graduated. For me, that sounded like freedom. And I felt really like constrained by school. And I was like,
were there things that you need, looking back now, you needed from your community, the school system, that you wish you could have gotten that would have made that experience better for you? Is it resources? Yes. Is it teachers that knew your home situation? Like,
correct. I think all of that would have been great. I really would have loved somebody to like babysit my nephews. So I was.
Is that what you did?
Yes.
Yeah.
I became an aunt when I was 7 years old. Come on, Black families. Because we be out here taking care of all the kids. Everybody.
It takes a village.
And yeah, so I didn't really get to participate in a lot of extracurricular activities. I was encouraged to, even by my family, but I felt responsible to still stay home. Does that make sense? So
it does.
Yeah, when I tried to get out there, and mingle. And then I was like, I don't want to be, everybody out here doing all this. I didn't drink, I didn't smoke at all during high school. And I was like, they out here doing all this crazy stuff. I just want to like go out, dance, and go home. Like that's
okay, old soul.
I just want to have a good time. I want to eat something good. I want to be with somebody and like have a good laugh, and then I want to go home. Like that's
here's some Marvin Gaye and Get Home by 9.
Okay,
like he was
that's my idea of a good time.
Okay, no. After high school, what did you do?
I went to PVCC for 2 years, and I was like, I want to transfer to a 4-year. I did not want to stay in Virginia. So what happened was,
a lot of people say that. I don't know if you know.
Yeah.
You ain't the first, and you won't be the last.
No, yeah.
We all try to get out.
It's a beautiful place, but I just didn't. I was like, there's more for me. I'm too young. So I got on a plane and went to Hawaii and lived there for 5 years.
What in the world?
You know.
Hold up. Okay.
I got out.
So you did the 2 You did the 2 years at PBCC first.
Got accepted in the UVA and was like, nah, I want this Hawaii school. And so...
Wait, so hold on. So I just want to make sure that I'm tracking the timeline. So when you started high school, you said, let me get out of school. So you finished high school and did more school.
Right.
Okay. And then they were like, all right, cool.
See, when you say it like that.
But then hold on.
Realize it's probably not necessarily
But then they were like, more school, and you were like, no. Like, you finally at that point were like, well, so did you go to Hawaii to go to school, or did you go to Hawaii and then...
Let me back up and answer another question that you kind of just asked here.
Okay.
I went to school because I continued education because I knew that was a way for me to get out. I didn't necessarily want to do that.
So at no part during
your
sort of high school matriculation, you never sort of caught fire. It wasn't like, oh, I've hit this thing in 11th grade that I found that really fires me up. It was, you just powered through it.
None of that.
Okay.
I was like, well, I guess I'm smart and I'm really good at getting good grades. So education would sound easy. And then I realized I didn't have to stay in Virginia. I was, again, Did
you think, was your mind telling you that people who have to stay, you live, you grow, you die here?
Yes, because it was mostly from my parents. They are from... I'm from this place, and they haven't really migrated out too much.
Like through enslavement.
Right. And so they've been here. And so now, and then put that also with like a country mindset. I ain't trying to offend nobody, but I'm just being real. Like the whole like small town, we here and we stay here and we settle here mentality. And I was a rebellious spirit, and I was like, I ain't trying to do all that. Yeah. So I think education was the easiest path to get out.
I think I saw a stat about how many people stay within like 30 miles of their hometown. It's super high. So I would like, it's like 60%. Like if people stay within 30 miles of where they grew up. Yeah. So most people are like, they can't get out.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder how much, I would be interested to see how we correlate that with like quality or perceived quality of higher ed institutions, right? Because I bet those numbers are much higher in centers that are closer to like elite universities, right? Because like, why would you leave Charlottesville if you can go to EVA? Right? Why would you leave Durham, which is like not a thriving metropolis, but what if you grow up in Durham and go to Duke?
Right.
Then so you end up in that kind of...
I wonder how much of that numbers is like, this was the best place.
I would be right. Like I would be interested to see, like, if you grew up in somewhere that didn't have a link to like an anchor university. I wonder what that number looks like.
Yeah, I do wonder
because
what that
then you
number
end up leaving. Like if you grow up in the middle of nowhere and you go to UCLA, I would assume you don't end up back middle of nowhere. If you so I'm curious. I would be curious to know sort of what if there was a confounding factor in there.
Agreed.
I wonder about that too. Now that I think about it, I need to do some more research.
All right. We'll come back to you next week.
In the middle of
the show notes. Put it in the show notes.
Next week we talking about dogs. And by the way, I don't remember if you remember last week, I did some research on how many people stay in their hometown based off university population.
Yeah, we need some sort of like hook, right? You got to come back next week. You know what was the old cartoons where like they just end when like Batman's like about to go into the cave? It's like come back next week to figure out. Right?
We do need a cliffhanger.
All right,
and a jingle.
All right,
we've been saying that for a long time. Yeah. Okay, spit a little song.
We do need a jingle. You don't need a jingle from me.
I don't know that we have a music budget, so we need someone to come up with it.
We need one of them dollar store sound bing bong.
Just
animal sounds bing bing bong.
Like a children's book that like the dog says.
Now that's in budget.
Yeah,
that is very much in
budget.
I
think so anyway.
Yeah.
If they can afford us, they can afford a little beep bop boop beep.
That's exactly right. There you go.
Okay, so Hawaii. What school did you go to? Is it multiple? I don't know.
There are multiple universities in Hawaii. I was on the island of Oahu. I went to Brigham Young University of Hawaii, which is a whole story within itself.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. We here for stories.
I was about to say.
Tell the parts you would like to tell.
Yeah, there you go.
You took us there.
Right.
Oh my goodness, I'm giving my whole life on this podcast. So this is a religious affiliated institution. BYU.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what the B and the Y and the U stand for. The Brigham Young University. Oh. Right?
I don't know why you were like. No, I thought you were gonna say Bible. That's what the B stands for. I was like,
Bible.
Something religious? Bring your Bible.
No. Bring your Bible. Love that. No,
I don't know.
Yes.
And that's what the B stands for. I was like, I still don't know. Yeah. Okay, so Brigham.
Yes.
Woo, Brigham.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
So it's the Church of Latter-day Saints.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Did you just look that up, or did you have that in the back
Well,
of your head? I was going to get there.
I know of the BYU in Provo, so
he does live research.
Yeah.
I do some of that too.
I love that. Yeah.
So you applied when you were here, though, right?
Yes.
Okay, in Virginia.
Yes. And that was a very, and again, retrospect, beautiful experience. I went there knowing nobody. I knew one person, and I didn't really know them. It was someone's sister who was here. She was like, my sister will receive you when you get there. And I said, okay. I had $6 in my account. It was great. Had a good time. Had a great time. And yeah, so the university is just made up of so many different people. I don't know if it's the most diverse university within the United States, but it has to be one of the few. There's like 75 different countries represented from all the students.
Wow.
So it was really, I learned a lot more outside of class than I learned in class. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, you were in a different place.
Completely different place.
You was trying to get up in Virginia. You said, I got to go down here and learn.
What, I'm guessing you didn't have that religious lean growing up.
I did, and so yes, when I turned 8, I got baptized into the Latter-day Saint Church.
Okay.
However, it wasn't something I felt like I grew up with.
Okay.
I felt like my church life, my home life, and my school life are 3 different lives. So,
that's interesting.
I was in a little revolving door thing.
Okay.
My mother was a part of the church as well. She became a part of the church in her late 40s. So, like, it wasn't something
ingrained.
Yes.
Cellular.
There you go. Yes.
It
won't end me.
How did it feel to be in a place that was that?
It felt nice until it didn't. Like, I just didn't feel like there was wholesome people everywhere, and it's nice to be a part of a community where like there's like minds, right?
When you say like minds, what do you mean?
I mean,
like racially? I don't culturally.
I was thinking more like if you had a religious faith, it'd be nice to be in a community where, like,
other people believe in that.
Okay. Yeah, but it is one of those. I mean, all of religion, right, is certainly a spectrum of like seriousness.
Yes, it is.
Right? Did that cause some friction?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Sure.
I'm me.
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
I'm me, full fledged, and so I just never really felt like I had place ever, but I also was cool with that. I liked that I didn't have place. At first it was difficult because I was like, I'm new here and I don't have a place within the religious context, so that's a lot. But I found my feet. We were good.
Is there a mission element of that or no?
Yes, there can be.
There can be. Okay, I didn't know if that was a requirement.
You have to go do something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know I took that too?
No.
You took the missionary trip?
Girl. I'm going to be real. This is part of my life that I'm still in therapy for.
Okay. Makes sense. Where'd you go?
Cape Verde, West Africa.
Yeah.
How'd you like it there?
I loved it there. Okay. I felt horrible.
No.
You came back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Where you do the cliffhangers? I loved it. And I felt, and you think she's going to say great.
No.
You think she's going to say horrible.
Yep.
We're like,
yep.
You just said you loved it.
This feels like a skit.
Yeah, I'm on a roller coaster, and the audience is going to be too.
Yes,
and the pause came at like one beat too early. She was like, I felt horrible.
Like, I knew Mama, and your mom.
When I came back, I was like, oh. It took 2 turns. Yeah.
I'm trying to predict your words badly. I thought she was going to say great.
I really love it.
I wasn't surprised by the horrible. I was surprised where that's when the book ended.
Horrible.
And then it went to when I came back. I was like, that threw me off.
No, it wasn't worked together. How do you love a place that's horrible? I was like,
no.
The place
was beautiful.
Okay.
She felt bad upon returning home.
Oh, okay. You should have hopped back on.
It's nice to have a translator.
You should have hopped back on.
I know I got to give you, were you not hooked? Now you have more questions. You see what I'm saying? I know how to tell the story.
You do know how to tell the story. You are a griot.
I'll be trying.
Before we get into this story, which I'm very excited to hear, we do have to say that this is Envision Radio from the United Way of Greater Charlottesville City of Promise and News Radio 98.9, 1070 AM WINA. Price Markey here with Jackie Morris, and a big thanks to our sponsor, to our friend, the Jefferson School Foundation, proud owner of the Jefferson School City Center, jeffersonschoolfoundation.org. Okay, so go forward. Tell us about the trip.
Okay.
A little bit, and then let's chart the next pieces. So, how long were you there? What did you do? Give us a rundown.
So, the mission trip itself, it happened during COVID. It was an active decision because I was in Hawaii during COVID, obviously, and I was like, okay, they love Hawaii schools. This school in particular, like most of the staff was older, and so online learning was already a challenge, and then it was going to be more of a challenge. And I just love them. But anyways, so I was like, all right. I got a couple things that I could do, and I to this day I still felt like I needed to go through that experience to be able to be the person that I am right now. So, started that. I stayed 5 months in Western Texas, Eastern New Mexico, because I couldn't get to Cape Verde because COVID.
Yeah, makes sense.
Stuff. That was wild.
It was the wild,
Western
wild
Texas.
west. It's the wild, wild west out there.
I don't know if y'all know I'm black.
for listener context,
they might not have known. They might not have known.
Like, just in case y'all ain't know. And so being in Western Texas and Eastern New Mexico, I was constantly like worried and on high alert. And I had these they're called companions. You never do anything alone. You do it by twos with mission trips. And so I had all these white companions, and I was like, I ain't got time to sit up here and tell you why I'm not walking up to that door that's got a Confederate flag. Like, if I said I'm gonna sit in the car, I'm gonna sit in the car, and you go out there and do what you got to do. And if you get left, that's on you. But anyways,
you was driving. Were you the driver or the passenger?
I was about to be the driver.
So you gotta hop over the middle. You ever hopped over the middle of the car? You gotta hop. Get the.
So that happened. Then I got the opportunity to go to Cape Verde. Was super excited. Beautiful place. Had a culture shock. The first time I remember I had to go buy some hair products, and I was like, I don't know where to buy hair products. And I was like, oh wait, everybody wears black.
Everywhere.
Everybody's. I can just go to the store and not even worry about it. So the place itself was beautiful. When I came, I also, hold on, another important part. Typically, these mission trips are about like a year and some change. Okay. I only stayed for 8 months while I was in Cape Verde. The same feeling that got me out there was the same feeling that said, it's time for you to come home. You've learned everything you need to learn. Go back to the United States. I said, say less. I can listen. So it was then the cliffhanger that I came back. And I realized, like, I didn't want to be affiliated with the church anymore. And I myself was trying to figure out my actual beliefs in regards to spirituality. And then there was like this crisis that I happened with myself, because I recognized, and I knew, but I got to sit with the fact that religion is also a form of colonization. And I was like, I went back home and did that. That's disgusting. So it made me feel crazy. So I was like, oh, we got to go.
Some people, I mean, at least you took some time to self-reflect. Some people don't.
I know. Yeah, but anyways, so moral of the story, there's mess in the message, but it was a beautiful country. And
you
now
met some great people.
Stunning people. Currently, there was the island where I stayed. They had a tropical storm system that basically flooded out the whole island.
Okay.
Or the city part in San Vicente in Cape Verde. Like, this just happened like 2 days ago.
Oh.
And I don't know if my people are okay. I haven't talked to nobody. Electricity's out. Everything's gone.
Did you usually keep contact with people over there?
Still. Yeah.
That means they changed your life.
Right.
So you do the mission trip, come back, do a lot of self-reflecting.
A lot.
Mess in the message, as you mentioned. How do you get into restorative justice? And tell us a little bit about what that is.
Oh, okay. So I came back. School paused when you do the mission trip, so I came back, finished school.
Oh, went back to Hawaii.
Yes.
Oh,
went back to Hawaii. Finished up school. I have a degree in social work. And so in order for me to get that degree, I needed to do a practicum. And so all the other American students were doing their practicum in Utah. And I was like, I'm about to go to New Zealand. They'll pay for it. I'm in the Pacific. So I went to New Zealand.
You are traveling somebody.
I'm going to get around. I'm leaving here with something. So I went to New Zealand. And that's where I learned about restorative justice. Don't know if y'all know. Restorative justice is a nice, well-oiled machine in that place. There's still some areas for critique, but...
In New Zealand?
In New Zealand.
Okay.
Or Aotearoa, also known as New Zealand. But I came back here and I had all these like dreams or goals and visions, and I was like, I want to do restorative justice in Charlottesville. And then lo and behold, I found out that there's an organization that is doing something. And so I applied.
Well, but how did you get all the way back across the world? Where did you come back?
Plane.
And for those who...
I walked into that one. So you went from New Zealand straight back here? Did you go back to Hawaii? Did you what was the...
Yes, I went from New Zealand. I went back to Hawaii, graduated, then moved back here.
Okay.
For those who don't know what restorative justice is, can you give us just a quick summary?
Yes.
Tell us what New Zealand's up to.
So, restorative justice, actually, I don't know if y'all know, Black Panthers in the 1960s started a restorative justice initiative here in the United States in Oakland, California. So Oakland's a big poppin' place for restorative justice. Essentially, it's an alternative to the criminal justice system. The work that I was mostly doing and seeing involved criminal deviation, which means you go through a restorative justice process, your charges are reduced or dismissed instead of being, you know.
Yeah.
But it's a time where the two folks, we'll say two for simplicity here, two people who are involved in a conflict, they get to tell their stories of what happened. The other person has the opportunity to listen to that story, vice versa. There's no judge, so nobody's making decisions for them. They're making their own decisions about what do I need and what did I need from you, and this is why. It's an opportunity for transformation and actual healing when stuff goes down.
This is outside of the New Zealand court system?
They're advanced to where they got stuff within the court system.
Oh my goodness.
Not directly, but they
have the court and they have this section.
It's part of the
correct.
It's part of the
procedure.
Yes. So in Charlottesville, they're it is not that advanced.
Yeah.
Shout out to CVCJ. Y'all are doing great work.
They're moving towards something.
But we're moving towards something, right? But here they work with the Commonwealth Attorney, and so they'll essentially sift out cases that work better for restorative justice. Yeah.
How are you, your position now?
I'm a facilitator.
Work? Okay, and what does that position do?
So that means when the two people, I bring the two people together and I help get the conversation moving and keep it in a place where it's safe for everybody and myself. And also I do some of the behind the scenes work of making sure that the charges and stuff get dismissed. But it's I facilitate the conversations that are had, which is the hardest part, because accountability, that's another part of restorative justice. People got to be accountable for what's up. And it's not really blame. There's harm. So we all have a part in the harm. Let's acknowledge our part in the harm and move forward.
Interesting.
It's hard.
Hard
work.
Yeah. Do you like it?
I do. I'm doing it in the capacity of Charlottesville High School. So I'm teaching the youth how to be able to have these conversations instead of using their hands.
Oh, so you're bringing restorative justice to the youth in, I guess, smaller not the same adult adult contexts.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
High school context. I mean, I guess it could be criminal, but
right. I was about to say not really criminal, but sometimes it is what it is.
But for conflicts,
yes,
with the youth,
yes,
you're doing a restorative justice model in the school system. That's amazing.
It is.
How's that going?
I love it. I love connecting. These youth are bright and brilliant. And they are looking for hope everywhere. And so it's nice to be able to try and influence that a little bit. Yeah.
Do you, so you've been all over the world and into some disparate places, both geographically and culturally. And you mentioned earlier that you were trying really hard to get out of Virginia and you did the exact opposite.
Right. I'm here.
And now you're, but I think that there's something to be said for, I wonder if you've reflected on this type of work with kids who are, who share a lot of what you shared, grew up in the same place and walked the same halls and is that does that make it feel more claustrophobic, or does it make it feel more important?
Yes. There are times where I'm like, ooh, this is really, really close.
Yeah.
But most of the time I'm trying to have the mindset of I offer. I went through all this. I am here now because I have something to contribute. And maybe it's just telling a different story than what folks are used to hearing. Which I hope I get to do more. Really, when I do work in schools, like I'm just dealing with the problem at hand. I don't really have the opportunity to like share all the things. So I hope I get to have that more. But yeah, it feels more, especially being in the high school that I graduated from, it feels very full circle that, oh, of course. It just feels, more contribution than anything.
What is the moment where you said, coming back to Virginia is okay with me, after having tried so hard to get, and in your words, free?
I think I made that realization recently. Maybe it was like the beginning of this year, where I was like, okay, cool. Because after I graduated, I was like, this is a pit stop. I'm just here for a quick second.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's funny, I found my husband here. And he's not even from here.
Okay.
It was wild. But he's like, I was ready to pit stop here, go to the other country, whatever the other country was.
You got 294 options.
I was just ready to go. But I found him, and I found this work, and I was like, okay. And he wants to stay here for a little bit. And I was like, okay. Well,
fine.
I guess. Yeah. But no, I'm making it work always, of course. I'm finding new people. I'm pointing for those who are listening.
Thank you for narrating.
For reference or visual reference.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I got on that.
What is, and we talked about your experience. What is your experience being back here as an adult? Are you finding things that you like more, like less? Do you feel like it's, is it the same? Is it different? Are there things that you didn't like as you were younger? Have you found, either solace or comfort? I mean, talk a little bit about, you've had some really diverse experiences, and how do you feel about sort of coming back to where it started with now, more knowledge, more experience?
Now I feel like I'm revitalizing a relationship with Charlottesville, with Virginia, with the U.S. I remember when I first came back, I was really physically triggered by just being in the space, and I stayed outside all the time. This was around the time also where I was doing a whole lot of the self-reflection and spirituality within these contexts. So I had to be outside and scream at trees.
I'm sure they appreciated it.
They did. It was very it was reciprocal. It was great what happened. But I definitely, now I feel like Charlottesville, I have some sort of nostalgic feeling about it where I'm like, this really was a charming place at one time, and it still has charm. And I'm focusing more on that versus the parts that were hard. I also am learning as an adult that it's really easy to just find a pocket in Charlottesville and escape if you need to. In Virginia in general as well. There are several little pockets. So on the weekends I retreat to the sticks in the woods and the bushes for a little.
Based on all of the ways you described yourself, at the beginning, at the top of this, you were a creator, a healer, a dancer, a sister, an aunt. Which one of those things do you feel most true for you right now, and why?
Oh my gosh, these are such good questions. Y'all do this for real?
I said that one too.
I know, but still, it still hits me. That was one of the ones I couldn't really answer. I think I mostly identify with creative at the moment. In the essence of being actually able to create things, not just like, I feel like we say creative, we talk about like, you know, your
Art?
thing, art, content, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean like actually like creating my existence, you know, creating my reality a little bit. Right now I'm trying to like take what I got and flip it on its head. So I'm really tapping into that. I'm going to use a scary word, conjuring spirit of like, of making a whole lot of something out of a little bit.
In a perfect world, what does restorative justice look like here in Virginia for you? New Zealand? You can say New Zealand, girl. You keep short. New Zealand?
No. Restorative justice here in an ideal world looks like community being the ones who take care of community. And so if there's a safety team that needs to be had, I'm thinking about the Buck Squad right now. Mm-hmm. But I know it had a new name.
It does have a new name?
Yeah.
Price, you're the genius. What's the new name?
For Buck Squad, they had a new name.
They did rebrand themselves.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They got me.
Violence Interrupters, something like that.
Central Virginia.
I like that.
Violence, something like that.
Yeah, I think that is that, and that's the term that I think more people are using.
Yeah.
Because I've heard
Central
violence
Virginia
interrupters, so I like that.
Yeah.
Because I think that term is being used other places.
Yeah.
I would love a wider span team of violence interrupters. I think it also would look like more empowerment for the communities. A lot of restorative justice is reminding you that you have a voice and you can say the things that are wrong with you, or that are not feeling good with you, and somebody will be able to listen and not just react but respond. And so having spaces, I really would also love us to appreciate our elders again. Like I know some folks be like,
you want the audience to love you, I guess.
No, not me. I'm talking about elders in the community. Like I feel like for me, the two important parts are the elders and the youth. And so if we can like bring and highlight appreciation and respect in a sense of like going to them when we have more of these conflicts and issues. This is a very Africana thought. Like this is we think in black today. Like to be able to use those two and like really restructure the culture of what it means to be in community with each other again. Tapping back.
I've been thinking about is it Baltimore, Maryland? That young mayor. He's working on violence.
And he is doing the thing.
Violent disruptors. He was like, I'm gonna give the whole city budget to the community. We're gonna get the people gonna be out here on the streets.
He working.
We're gonna do 17 new youth programs. You're gonna be too tired every day to go gangbang, I hope. And
the state of Maryland is doing a lot of things that are conducive to that too. They passed that Enough Act, which is about child poverty and about right. So like certainly not to diminish his work in his community, but it is contextualized by
the work that they're doing as a state.
Well, just the government, and that's what, and I don't know enough about Westmore to know, good, bad, or otherwise, but I know in this particular context, like that has been a commitment top down.
Yes.
Right. And so that is an interesting, and I wonder if that is how that factors into your work, where you could say, look, in these all, you mentioned the pockets, right? So in these pockets, you can do what you can do, right?
Exactly.
But without a particular context, how far does that go? And what we see in some places in Maryland, the reading thing we talked about in Mississippi, when it becomes the priority of a large scale and sometimes governmental entity, then you see the impact that it amplifies the impact of all the work that the people on the ground are doing, that the individual communities are able to do.
It sucks knowing that we got to do that.
Yes, it does. But I think it
we're all
does.
trying really hard individually as an organization to do the work.
But I think it does also, maybe to some degree, and potentially Pollyanna-ishly, it does make even the small stuff matter, because the small stuff, if given the right gas, can become the big stuff, right? In the right legislative environment. And it's not that it doesn't matter. It's not that 2 families, 5 families, 10 families don't matter.
Right.
But What I will say is that if this is sort of that like stay ready so you don't have to get ready, right?
Yeah, we're ready,
because
and then we need some legislative stuff.
If we haven't primed the pump, right, and the winds change, then we're all going, we're trying to catch up, right? If we're doing the work and we're trying to put the pieces together and we're trying to build coalitions and and
then the top down start working,
the spark hits, and now all of a sudden we start to see a lot of value from that, which it seems to be kind of what the Maryland story is, right? This guy's been committed to this, committed to it. Finally, he's got the right person in the right place. That's exactly right.
Exactly.
He was just doing his six anti-violence disruptors, and
right. That's right.
And now it feels like those 30 people came from
all of a sudden,
work,
you've
the
got
state's idea that this thing is so important to us that we have to do it, or people are lives are negatively
and
impacted.
I think it's an interesting conversation around just sort of the culture of what community-based work is, right? Because I think there is a ton of incredible work happening on the ground and at these grassroots levels, and it's for me, it's been an interesting case study in my job to see how that can interact with the money or where the money comes from. Or, and it sometimes feels like these things are at odds with each other. Oh, you're just over there doing this thing. Oh, you're over here doing this thing. And it's interesting. Dayton, Ohio is another great example of a small town that has an organization that has all of a sudden grown from 5 people to 80 people to do a bunch of incredible community-based work, right? Now, you got to find $30 million to do that, and someone had to do that. But now that they can,
right?
You're seeing some large scale things happen.
Absolutely.
It could be us.
It can be us.
No, it's true. I mean, every piece of the puzzle is important, right?
It is.
And I think that it's important to have that point of view that the work that you do, that I do, it's all connected.
Yeah.
Whether we decide to acknowledge that or not, like it's all connected. It all sort of has a ripple effect on the people who we are looking to support, kids and families and
exactly.
to give them opportunities. All the plugins matter.
Right.
And I think the further we can move down that path, the more progress we'll make.
Yeah. I think the hardest part of this work for me, though, especially in regards to working with the youth, which is the job that I primarily do, I can easily work, or I can work with admin easier than I can work with families. So it feels like everything that can be worked on in school and developed within a school community can crumble really quick if at home is completely different.
Ain't that kind of what you do?
Yeah.
That is entirely what
that's
I
your
do.
bread and butter.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
That's your bread and butter.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. I think, and I will give you the one statistic that clarifies exactly what you said, is that kids spend 80% of their time at home. You don't spend that much time in school.
No.
You feel like you feel like an eternity. Right?
How long is 8 hours?
Well, no, think
long.
about even when you're in. So think about a typical day when you're in school. Okay, so a day that you go to school. So like, I'll tell you, so my daughter's in kindergarten. So this morning, right, she wakes up at whenever she wakes up, 6:30, 6:15. We're out of the house by 7:30. So she's got an hour with me and with her brother. She's in school. She gets off the bus at 2:45, 2:50 and goes to bed at 8:30.
2:45? Mm-hmm. Is school's cut short? Is that kid's kindergarten?
Hey, man, say it again.
That's how long you're in school, right? So she's there an hour in the morning.
Not regular
and she's
people,
there
right? Or that's just kindergarten?
What do you mean regular people?
She's in kindergarten.
Regular small people.
I'm asking you, is that a normal day for teens too?
Well, it's different in high school because you got
but
you go in significantly later.
2:45 is different from 4 o'clock.
You don't go to high school at 7:30, y'all.
You don't.
What time do you go?
8 or something, right?
8? You said 7. You said 8. I still started at 8, and then we got out at 3.
Something like that.
Okay,
right.
So she went from 7:30 to 2:30. You went from 8 to 3.
She did
so
her
moved
shit.
it up. Okay. His day seem fell short.
Well, she said, y'all gonna get in these schools.
Get
y'all
in
gonna
these
stay in these schools.
You stay in school. Okay, I guess it's right.
CHS looks like it runs from 9 to 4.
There you go.
So the same 8 hours, I guess, because I started at 8. This the teens. Okay.
You better pull a full shift.
Anyway,
That's all I'm saying.
You're driving me crazy. It's not 8 hours.
How many
hours?
hours?
From 8 to 3. How many hours is that?
Don't do the math.
And how many of those?
Ho.
You started at 8, right?
8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1, 1 to 2.
Why did you go 1 to 2?
Right.
Did I do 2 numbers? What is the number? Just
9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so I was off by the 1. I thought
You
it
was
was
off by an hour.
I was off by an hour.
You better leave them babies alone. They did not want to work an 8-hour shift.
You know what? I don't know. I felt like I was in school for 12 hours a day.
I felt like I was in there all day long.
Yeah, it feels long.
12-hour shifts.
Yeah.
So okay, so essentially what we're saying,
So anyway,
your majority of your life
and
is
here's
not
what we're
spent
saying.
there.
We're saying if you're on like a very, very tight schedule, you're probably at equal, right?
Right.
So for
Okay.
very little kids, my daughter who is 5, she's about 6 and 7,
Okay.
right? If she goes to bed early, if she goes to bed at like 8, right? But the point being that as you get older, certainly you're spending more time out of school, right?
Right.
Because you're going to bed later. You're spending more time either in the community with your friends, at extracurriculars, whatever. And we know as you matriculate through high school, certainly you're not even in school that much because you have free periods, you have internships, you have releases, you have, by the senior year of high school, you're in school for 4 hours a day, sometimes, right? Anyway, the whole point of this is you're also out the whole summer. You're also out on holidays. You're also out on the weekends. So
Collectively.
mathematically,
Your
the
2
time
weekend
spent,
days, them 20 to 48 hours on the weekend, you ain't there.
Plus the 2 months.
all of summer, right? And so to her point is that so much of what is done in school can be much, and you're in areas that are just much they're much more magnetic, right? I mean, what
Right.
happens in your house, it has a much larger impact on you than what happens in your school.
Absolutely.
And so that's been a seminal part of what we are trying to think about. Is to your point. So you said something that was interesting earlier. You said your like house community life, your church life, and your school life felt like just 3 disconnected parts that just kind of like gears that rotated alongside each other but didn't interact with each other. And I think that's an interesting visual because a lot of what we've tried to do is say these things have to connect to each other, right? Like these things
Right.
in their best should be put together, right? You
Right.
should feel safe in all these places, but you should
Right.
feel like they interact in a way that wherever Jackie is, she has what Jackie needs,
Right.
right? Spiritually, academically, culturally,
Precisely.
physically, all stuff.
Right.
And so to that point, in so doing that, what we would hope to see is that these places not only complement but also reinforce each other.
Okay.
Right.
Reinforce, definitely.
And I think that, and you said it, is the exact thing of is what's happening in the school academically and socially and even with the work that you're doing, does it find its way into the house? And then if we can reinforce that stuff, ostensibly it comes back into the building.
Exactly.
So now, right, we have fidelity
Makes it
in all of
easy.
these areas whereby
There it is.
exactly you start to see growth. And I think that has been a particularly interesting puzzle for us to think about. And we think about it largely from an academic standpoint. We think about it
Right.
largely from things like chronic absenteeism and literacy and stuff like that, but with a clear understanding that it touches all the other rails, right? And so working with, folks in your world, Bianca obviously being one who we work with closely.
Yes.
And people who are
Love
who are
her.
doing a lot of really good work and thinking along those lines. We're like, okay, how do we start to make sure that these things don't become sort of isolated buckets,
Exactly.
right? They have to be able to interact with each other. And I think that's a huge part of it.
Oh, yes. 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 I'm reflecting about all the things like I won't say that, so I'm gonna come back. Most of my why and my vision for this work is to like contribute, give back. I think I also want to like reconnect Black folks with something that's already deep and innate within us. And this work is it comes from indigenous practices, but indigenous doesn't just mean like indigenous to, we're not just talking about Lakota, we're not just talking about Maori people from New Zealand, but like as indigenous African folk, like there's so much that still overlaps. And so that's what I really, my big goal is I just want to like lift us up and like turn our heads a little bit and be like, look, these things, these practices, these customs, these cultures may not be exactly what we like, may not fit perfectly contemporarily right now where we are. And however, there's still truth and wisdom to be gleaned from them. And so that's my goal. Whenever I step into a school building, whenever I step into a circle, and there's primarily Black folks in the circle. That's my goal, to like highlight and remind them like I'm not really teaching you nothing. I'm helping you remember mostly.
One more question, we're going to get you out of here.
Go for it.
If people want to be more involved in your work, want to understand more about restorative justice, how can they get in contact with you, your organization, and get involved in the work?
How can they get in contact with me? Well, I'm at CHS.
Okay.
Wednesday through Fridays. I was just thinking about this. I don't have any kind of like, I got to set myself up. I need to set myself up. But
send her vibes.
The organization that I work for is called Central Virginia Community Justice. They have a website.
Okay. I'm sure they can find you there.
They can. They sure can. You better put that up in there.
Show notes.
Show notes.
There it is. Show notes.
You good?
Mm-hmm.
Are you good?
I think so.
What didn't we ask?
Yeah. What do you want to say?
I don't have. I think we're good.
All right.
We good.
All right.
Yeah.
That is the one and only Jackie Morris. If you like what you hear, have ideas for the show, want to get in touch with us, check us out on social media on all platforms at United Way Cville, at City of Promise, or drop a note in vision at unitedwaycville.org. And again, share this with your friends, share this with your family members, colleagues, subscribe on your favorite podcast platform, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get podcasts. And again, the best way to support all our local organizations is time, treasure, talent. It's how we continue to do the work that we do, and of course, this show. Big thanks to our friends at the Jefferson School Foundation, jeffersonschoolfoundation.org to learn more and stay connected. And for Jackie and Marky, this is Price. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Bye.